Hello, welcome to today's video. We are talking about page 1 of Gravity Falls theme. This is by Brad Bierk. This is a little bit of a simplified version of Gravity Falls theme, but it should sound about the same. Okay, so as you can see in the music, we are working with a little figure here that repeats quite a few times. And the figure is with E flat, C, G, and so C, E flat, C, G. We want to remember that when we play this, fingers are going to be 5, 3, 1. And the best way to prepare to play these notes is to play it as a block. 5, 3, 1 over E flat, C, and G. Just like that, as you can see. Okay, so that's the first figure, and we are going to be repeating this 5 times. The 5th time, after playing G, instead of going back to E flat, we're going to play C before playing the next figure. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first figure. So it's going to be and that's going to be repeated 5 times. The 5th time, we return to C instead of to E flat. After playing C, then we have the new figure, which is going to be E flat, B flat, and G. So that's going to be with 5, 2, and 1 right there. So as you can see, this one here is not very different from the first one. This also will be played 5 times. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. And the 5th time we play these arpeggios in a row, after playing G, we're going to come back up to B flat. So that's pretty much what we play for the first page. Let's go ahead and listen to the first few measures. Up to 8 measures is what it's going to be. So we're going to play the first little figure 5 times, going back up to C, and then the second figure with just the addition of the B flat instead of C 5 times after G, B flat. Here we go. So as you can see 5 times, it's a really good idea to take a look at how I have created the sheet music. Let's go ahead and take a look at that now. And here we go to our music. So as you can see here with the sheet music, I have decided to divide the figure into sections. So we have here section 1, section 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this little line going up represents, instead of going from to E flat again, goes up to C. And then as you can see, we also begin the new phrase, or the new figure, E flat, B flat, G. And those figures are there. We have the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 underneath with lines, and then the line going up means we're going to B flat instead of to E flat. So as you can see, it's best that when you play this, you count how many times you are playing your figures instead of getting lost in the notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then when we go on to the next phrase, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, very good. And as you can see for the right hand, that's pretty much going to be the same thing for the rest of this page here. The only new difference now is in the left hand. Left hand, take a look at here. We have C being repeated, but it's offset by 2 breaths in between each of these C. So it's always going to land on a different beat in the left hand. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that can be kind of tricky to count. However, if you look at the right hand, it always lines up with the E flat. And so that makes it much easier to play and to remember, except for when we have here the 5th repetition when it goes to G, C, then the left hand is going to do a little step up to E flat. So we have C, D, and E flat. So let's take a look at how that works out. Okay, all right, so we have once again the right hand playing down here and the left hand always with E flat. And let me just move this out of the way so it's not in the way of the screen. And notice how we just step up 5, 4, 3 for the left hand while we play G, C, E flat. And so that may have to be practiced one hand at a time first. So we have 5, 4, 3, C, D, E flat. Okay, so that's for the left hand. Notice those are also quarter notes. And lucky for us, when the E flat notes play, it's always going to be with, E flat also in the right hand. So very, very simple, as you can see there. So let's go ahead and practice this little step up here. We're going to start from the beginning of the 5th repetition of E flat, C, and G while playing C, and then we're just going to step up C, D, E flat, and we're just going to play that a few times until we get back over to this measure, number 16. Then it brings it back down, E flat, D, C. It's just going right back the other way. So right now we're going to start here on the 5th repetition. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to measure that when it plays. You have to hold it long to get your fingers comfortable enough to play them together. Just like that. Okay, very good. And when you're here, once again with the E flats, they match up together. Let me just move this out of the way. Notice that when you play the next one here, you're just going right back down, and that lands with G, B flat, E flat, and that's just going backwards. E flat and G, B flat and D, and then C and E flat there. So make sure it's 3, 4, 5 for the left hand, and then 1, 2, and 5 for the right hand. So when you get that, when you're getting comfortable playing that, you got to do it slowly. Hold long. So hold them long like that, and just keep it, pick up the tempo a little bit until you're able to do it full tempo. Just like that, and it goes right back to the same one we just did before with the C's. Now, before we go on to the next page, which we will not be doing for this video, we play the 5th figure once again, but there is no step up or step down for this one. You're just going to play a single C. And in the next page, it actually repeats the same figures once more again without the left hand playing. So there's nothing really too difficult about that section. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and play this entire first page, and we're going to go back up here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Page, it's just going to repeat the very beginning of the music that you just played once each. So let's just go ahead and quickly take a look at the next page. Come on. All right, as you can see here, page 2, the figures repeat. There is this little preparatory measure before beginning the 5 repetitions for each of the figures. And as you can see, you will play E flat twice in a row when doing that. So you're going to play E flat, C, G, E flat, E flat, and then you begin the figures 5 times. And then when you go on to the next one, it's going to be the same thing with B flat. good stuff, right? Now, when you have here the next part, that's going to be discussed in the next video because it does start to change a little bit. Okay, so I hope we were able to learn both hands for Gravity Falls theme, page 1 going a little bit into page 2. So please practice one hand at a time, and we will see you at next lesson.